Does Deion Sanders have a girlfriend? All you need to know about 37-year-old actress Karrueche Tran. Deion Sanders has never lived an ordinary life. From the moment he burst onto the NFL stage as prime time, gold chain swinging, smile gleaming, confidence spilling from every pore, to his transformation into Coach Prime, the magnetic head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, Sanders has been a master at commanding attention. Whether it was locking down wide receivers on Sunday afternoons, playing Major League Baseball during the week, preaching faith to his followers, or redefining what a college football program could be, Deion has always done things big. But now, as he approaches 60 years old, it's not just his football strategies or health updates that fans are watching closely. They're asking a more personal, almost tender question. Does Deion Sanders have a girlfriend? The answer, according to swirling reports and subtle confirmations, appears to be yes. And the woman at the center of it all is none other than Hollywood actress and entrepreneur Karrueche Tran. Coach Prime's health battles and the woman by his side. Over the last 2 years, Deion Sanders has been as much a patient as a coach. The Hall of Famer has battled a series of health scares that at times overshadowed his coaching success in Boulder. From severe blood clot issues in his legs that required multiple surgeries to the shocking revelation of bladder cancer in 2024, Sanders' health became front-page news. Through it all, his resilience became part of his legend. He kept coaching, kept smiling, kept inspiring. But for the first time in his life, Prime also looked vulnerable. And that's when another story began to quietly unfold. During his bladder removal surgery recovery, fans noticed that Sanders wasn't just surrounded by family and players. He was also accompanied by a striking woman who wasn't part of the usual circle, Karrueche Tran. Videos surfaced of Tran holding Sanders' hand, pressing doctors for clarity about his recovery windows, and even tearing up during moments that clearly weren't staged for the cameras. She wasn't a background presence. She was a visible, emotional supporter. For many fans, that was the first hint that Coach Prime's life might have entered a new chapter, one that included love. Karrueche's subtle confirmation. Fast forward a few months, and the whispers gained weight. Tran appeared on the What's Next with Jay Ryan podcast, and when asked about her dating life, she offered a coy yet revealing response. She didn't explicitly name Sanders, but she didn't need to. "I'm dating. I'm having fun," she laughed, brushing off further probing. But then she got serious, adding, "I'm at a point in my life, I know what I want. I've dated a lot, I've done a lot. I've did this, did that, young, old. And so, if I wasn't happy and content, and feeling good in my situation, I'm not wasting my time." Her comments landed just weeks after she was seen supporting Sanders in his medical recovery. The timing was too perfect, the context too precise. Fans and entertainment outlets quickly put two and two together. Karrueche Tran is dating Deion Sanders. From Tracy Edmonds to Karrueche Tran. This development comes nearly 2 years after Sanders' highly publicized breakup with longtime partner Tracy Edmonds. The two had been engaged, often seen as a power couple who blended sports, business, and entertainment seamlessly. But in December 2023, they announced the end of their engagement, citing an amicable split. For months afterward, Sanders' personal life became a subject of speculation. Would he remain single, focus solely on his health and coaching career? Or would he find new companionship to match his relentless energy? Now, with Tran's presence surfacing, the ambiguity seems to have faded. Who is Karrueche Tran? While sports fans may know her name through association with Sanders, Karrueche Tran has a career and identity all her own. At 37 years old, Tran has built a multifaceted brand that spans acting, producing, entrepreneurship, and fashion. She first entered the public eye during her relationship with R&B superstar Chris Brown between 2011 and 2015, a period that drew constant tabloid attention. But instead of fading into the shadow of celebrity gossip, Tran carved her own lane in Hollywood. Her breakout role came as Virginia Locke in TNT's Claws, where she played a central character across multiple seasons. The role showcased her range, mixing comedy with drama, and established her as a legitimate actress. She followed it up with her turn as Vivian Johnson on the digital soap The Bay, a performance that earned her industry validation and, in 2021, a Daytime Emmy Award. Tran hasn't stopped at acting. She's moved into producing, aligning herself with projects that give her creative control and industry credibility. She's also landed brand partnerships that reflect her savvy in the fashion and lifestyle space. And most recently, in late 2024, she launched her own skincare line, Karrueche Beauty. With wellness retreats, pop-up shops, and a focus on natural skincare, Tran has blended her Hollywood platform with business acumen, creating a brand that resonates with fans looking for authenticity. The highs and lows of Karrueche's dating history. Karrueche's dating life has long fascinated the public. Her 4-year, on-and-off relationship with Chris Brown was marked by drama, public breakups, and reconciliation attempts. The tabloids thrived on it, but Tran ultimately walked away, determined to be known for her own accomplishments rather than someone else's fame. Later, she entered a much steadier relationship with former NFL receiver Victor Cruz. From 2017 to 2021, Tran and Cruz were often seen as a grounded, stable couple. When they split, it was low on drama, high on respect. Now, her rumored relationship with Sanders adds another layer to her story, one that blends sports and entertainment, Hollywood and the gridiron, glamour and grit. Why Deion and Karrueche make sense. At first glance, the pairing may seem surprising. Sanders is a 58-year-old football coach from Fort Myers, Florida. Tran is a 37-year-old actress and entrepreneur from Los Angeles. But look closer, and the connection is clearer than it seems. Both have lived their lives under the microscope. Both have endured public scrutiny of their relationships. Both have built careers defined by resilience. Sanders in sports, Tran in entertainment. And both are at stages of life where superficial flings hold no value. For Sanders, who has faced life-threatening health issues, the importance of genuine support has never been greater. For Tran, who has made it clear she no longer wastes time on relationships without substance, the alignment feels natural. What this means for Coach Prime. For Deion Sanders, love is not just a headline. It's part of his ongoing transformation. He's beaten cancer. He's silenced critics who doubted his coaching methods. He's raised sons who are now chasing their own NFL dreams. And now, he may have found someone to walk with him through the next stage of his journey. Sanders has always thrived in the spotlight, but when it comes to his personal life, this moment feels different. It's not about flash or show. It's about companionship, stability, and authenticity. Conclusion: a love story beyond the headlines. So, does Deion Sanders have a girlfriend? While neither he nor Karrueche Tran has officially confirmed it, the evidence suggests that the answer is yes. Between her role during his health recovery, her candid podcast comments, and the visible chemistry between them, it seems clear that Coach Prime is no longer single. For fans, it adds another layer to the Sanders story, one already packed with triumphs, trials, and transformation. For Sanders himself, it marks a personal victory, proof that even after heartbreak, even after health scares, even after decades in the public eye, love can still find its way. And for Karrueche Tran, it's the continuation of her own evolution, from tabloid fixture to Emmy-winning actress, businesswoman, and now, perhaps, the partner of one of the most charismatic men in sports history. At the end of the day, Deion Sanders is still prime time. And if Karrueche Tran is by his side, then it looks like life off the field might be just as captivating as anything that happens on it.